did I get news that Kendrick is coming? I've gotten some sources that tell me Kendrick. Not I don't think it's on some dish shit, but I've heard that Kendrick is loading up. Now I don't know if that means an album. I don't know if he's finally gonna start giving out the handouts of features that he probably promised them niggas who are crip walking and blood walking on that stage. I don't know if it's just gonna be a Lucy. Maybe it's that track that was on the beginning of the Not Like Us video. But I was told Kendrick is coming. So and pause on that, by the way. That sounds wild. If you
And yes, all my content creators, we can rejoice because yes, and all the fans, of course, of hip hop, we can rejoice because yes, the battle is not over. And Akademiks just let us know that in that little clip there. Drake is letting us know that in the lyrics for this record is up and the lyrics in the other records that he's dropped so far this summer. So yes, the fall will be probably as lit as the late spring and early summer was. So without further ado, before Kendrick does drop anything, let me get this out. It's up, lyrics explained as asked for by people in the comments. Drake is still rapping. Quick breakdown. Let's get into it. All right. We not gonna delay. It's up. Just Drake's verse. I'm not gonna do 21 Savage's verse because he said he's not dissing anybody in that verse. He stood down quickly after people thought he was taking shots at Kendrick. I did as well, but he let us know that he's not. So just Drake's verse. Let's start. Let's get into it. So he starts with a little singing version or a little singing part of the song, a la Euphoria, so to speak. So he starts with, I love all my friends, thinking about this life I provide for them. This world has some real things that's dividing them. My right hand, he's Muslim, I die for him. So of course he's playing on the fact that he's half Jewish and he's saying his friend is Muslim. Of course we know there's a conflict going on in Gaza between Palestine and Israel. So he continues, my road manager is drunk as hell at 5 p.m. I get knocked down, they help me rise again. Ref 1 leave the game, I'm saying bye with him. Now, throughout this verse and throughout the other songs that he released, I noticed that Drake is making it a point to mention people from his entourage. And I think what he's trying to do is kind of send a signal or a sign that he probably knew who the mole was in his entourage. So whoever he's not naming and the people he's not naming are the people who not in the clique anymore. And maybe he's found the mole and he's trying to, in a subliminal way, let Kendrick know he's found the mole. Like in No Face, in the beginning, he mentions 40, he mentions Capo, he mentions KD. So that's just something to pay attention to as he continues to release these records. Also, in the visuals for this, he's showing the race car driver. Now, he showed a picture of a race car driver going on to a yacht first in the lead up before he released the record. Then when the visuals come out for the record, it's just showing a guy in a race, an IndyCar race, who gets into a crash, walks away from the crash, and then walks outside of the racetrack. So I guess it's kind of Drake saying he's above the battle a little bit, or that he walked away unscathed from the battle. At least that's how he feels. And also he's using a race car driver reference because Kendrick Lamar wore the racing jacket in the Not Like Us video. And also race car drivers wear helmets, and Kendrick told him, you better headshot for the year, you better walk around like Daft Punk. And of course you see that Daft Punk wears the helmets, kind of like race car driver helmets. So for sure, Drake is gonna keep responding to things from the battle. Like I said in the intro, this battle is not over. So let's continue with the verse. So he starts off, I just picked up something from Mercedes. It's a 1 of 1, black exterior, the one that I want, red inside. It's that time of the month. Now, those are the same exact colors of the car that Kendrick drove, the Ferrari Kendrick drove in the Not Like Us video. You can take that as something there as he's riding in his car, looking for Kendrick too, I guess. Who knows? But then he goes, blood money, that's how I got this ish. Blood money, that's how I got this ish. Now, blood money refers to Wayne and Baby and Young Money. As we know, they have affiliations with Red and Red Flags, as does Lil Yachty, as does Kendrick himself, and as does The Game. So it's funny how all those people are involved in this beef in some sort of way. Then he continues, weekend vacation wherever we want, because I don't care where none of my ops is. Now, of course, that's a direct response to Kendrick telling him not to come to the West or Oakland or wherever, and Rick Ross and some people from Miami saying retaliation may be had if he goes to Miami after the Rick Ross incident in Canada during the summer, where they got a little scraped up in Canada. Then he continues, I told the promoter tonight, put me across from their section. We don't play patty cake, they just be letting us in. We don't do the inspection. Now, of course, he's saying they don't get patted down whenever they're going into a place. It's also a shot at the PDF allegations and some of the imagery in the video for Not Like Us. As we know, patty cake is a child's game, you know, that little kids play, mostly little girls play. Then he responds to the colonizer lines in Not Like Us when he says, I can't sleep at night with Thug and Cobb County Corrections. I think he did enough reflecting. I think my brother learned his lessons. It's all just a part of the game. We all got to roll with protection. Now, that's a football reference for people to understand. Roll with protection. When a quarterback rolls out, the offensive line, who is his protection, rolls with him. So that's a real slick line there. Double entendres all over the place. Drake is still rapping very well, because just like this next line and just like the MF and Judge, the hammers come out for objections. 143 Rolexes in my collection. Now that hammer Judge's line, the hammers come out, of course, that means the gavel and also firearms. That's a double entendre again. Now the 143, the 143 Rolexes, I'm not sure exactly what that, I'm sure that number means something. He didn't just pull that out the sky. Now he also, of course, is solidifying his relationship with Young Thug and, of course, 21 Savage, appearing on the record again, responding to the colonizer verse from Not Like Us by Kendrick. Again, in a way showing that you didn't damage my relationships with the people from Atlanta like you thought you were going to. So let's continue. So in the next line, he says, I put the horns on front of the back. You know, Drizzy got to roll like a Texan. Now, horns, of course, also is a double for firearms. And we know that Texas is known for having open carry laws as far as firearms go. So that's why I got to roll like a Texan. So we're going to be armed wherever we go. That's what he's saying. So she texting, she loved me. The Mexicans love me. I'm out here just making connections. Now, again, to me, that's a reference to the West and Drake making connections to the West. You know, he recently moved and bought land in Houston. And then he continues and he says, and Junior Boy rolling like Cinco de Mayo. He may hold a fifth in possession. Now, again, that's now Junior Boy. I think he's talking about Jazz Prince. And holding the fifth, that's a 45. That's slang for a 45 firearm. So there's a lot of unprotected talk. I'm going to be in the U.S. talk. That's what he's kind of alluding to me. A lot of I'm not concerned about my safety or anything like that talk in this record, in this verse. So now he continues, the way I'm used to playing the politics, I swear I could win the election. You niggas is overprotective with hoes. I'm already over the next one. Now to me, he could be referring to Kendrick. As far as his protection of Whitney, he can be referring to Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. He could be referring to The Weeknd, not getting over him, quote unquote, stealing The Weeknd's girl back in the day when he was still with OVO, which is said to be at the center of their issues with each other. And of course, he already addressed that in the verse for Family Matters. Now, he ends the verse with, I'm at 48 with Ty and the Vino. We drunk, it's not even a question. These niggas trying to send a message. We leave that ish down at reception. Now 48 is Steak 48, the restaurant, and of course we these boys trying to send a message. We leave that down at reception. I mean, he's not hearing what everybody's trying to say. He's not hearing any other sneak disses, or he's not hearing that he should make songs with just the melodies and not try to act tough, as this verse is definitely him talking tough. So Drake is going to continue to respond in subliminal ways as he has throughout the years. Like I said, you can watch the video I just did on he's the king of the sneak diss. He just really is. You can watch the video, click that link above. It's also gonna be at the end of this video and in the description below. Hit that like button for me. Take a pause before you leave. Hit that like button for me. Hit the subscribe button for me. I want to send a shout out to Big Kish, the reactor. Big Kish, he reacted to the Drake is the king of sneak disses video. Go check that out. Go subscribe to his channel. Very funny dude. Did a great job on the reaction. Does a great job on the reactions. Extremely entertaining dude. So go check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. Let him know Professor Lex sent you over there. Thank you to him for reacting to the video. Thank you for my subscribers and my fans for letting him know about my video. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all showing out, sharing the video for me. Appreciate that. Thank y'all for all the love and support. Next video will be upcoming soon, as of course, there will be more songs to drop. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, we'll see you on the next one. We out.